everyone, it's Emily. So today's actually Thanksgiving, the day that I'm filming this. And so I apologize for all the noise downstairs. You can hear my whole family talking, basically. But I wanted to film this now because it's like after dinner and I just needed a break, and I wanted to film this Q&A because it's been a long time coming. So I'm filming this on my GoPro, which I usually use for vlogs, but I'm doing that because the questions are obviously on my phone, on Instagram. So this Q&A is going to be about Wesley, and then I'm also going to film one about me. So this one I'm gonna just scroll through. I guess I'll just I really haven't looked at the questions, so I'm just gonna answer them. I'm gonna start at the bottom, I think. Okay, so what's something I wish I knew before going to college with your service dog? I wish that I conceptualized what a big responsibility having him on campus would be. Like, it's definitely difficult to make sure he gets his exercise, he gets what he needs, and I get my stuff done. Like, I can't just stay at the library or something with him from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. because he has to eat dinner around 6 or 7 p.m. And so I can't do things like that, or I can pack it, and then also I can't study from 4 to 11 p.m. because that's 7 hours of studying and sitting down, and that's just not good for dogs. That's not fair to Wes. So yeah, I think having the responsibility was definitely one thing that I wish I understood more when I started college with him. How did you set up a routine once you got to school with Wes? So I had a routine at home that I kind of mimicked. So my routine at home would be I wake up, I get myself ready, I go to the bathroom and everything, and then I would bring Wes out for a walk / use the bathroom, and then I would feed him. So I just kept with the same routine when I went to school, and then I just kind of figured it out as I went. It's kind of still a work in progress. I mean, it's always going to be changing when my schedule changes, because classes are not always at the same time every semester. Sorry, Wes. Why did you choose a mini golden doodle / what is Wesley's size and weight as a mini? Okay, so I chose a golden doodle because, one, my mom is allergic to dogs, so we needed something hyperallergenic, and a poodle, a standard, would have been too big for our house because I don't want to push anything, because at the time I really didn't need much mobility, and my family is not a dog family. My mom and my dad aren't fans of dogs. They love Wesley, but they're Wesley people, they're not dog people. So a standard would have been too big. There's no mini poodles, they're only the teacup poodles. I'm not sure the actual name of them, but you guys know what I'm talking about, I hope. So, and I mean, I do love Goldens. I can't deal with their shedding though. Neither can my mom, obviously. But so a golden doodle was just kind of the perfect breed for me. I did test a few labs, and Wes is 17-ish inches at the withers, and he was weighed, today's Thursday, he was weighed Tuesday, and he's 33 pounds. And he was 30 pounds from 7 months to 11 months, and then he gained the extra 3 pounds slowly, but I'm guessing that's just what he's gonna be at now. Have you had any major access issues? I wouldn't say anything major because, like, no one, like, kicked me out or anything. I mean, I've had I've had recently I just had an issue where it was really frustrating actually. It was up near school and I went to this gas station and I go there pretty frequently, like with the zip car. I have to go in to get them like the zip card for the gas, and just to like it's a Cliffs, if anyone knows what that is. So it's like more than a gas station convenience store, like it has a large range of things. So I've been going there pretty frequently since I first got to school. And Wes here is whining because he wants to go downstairs. Sit, good boy. So I've been going there and like with Wes, and he's always vested, and like having a service dog makes you pretty memorable. And like the same cashier has been ringing me up for like forever, and like we're pretty memorable, Wes and I, Wes mostly. But and then I'm at the counter and all of a sudden he goes, you know, like he's not supposed to be in here unless he's a service dog. And so I was like, yes, like he is a service dog. And the guy just like, and he was older, and he just like looked at me like, I think he was just having a bad day because he was like really annoyed and irritated. And he was like, okay, let me see his registration. And this random customer goes, before I can say anything, she's like, it says service dog on his vest, because she was like trying to help me, and it was well appreciated. But so he was like, so I continued saying like, there is no registration you can ask me for, and his access is protected by federal law. And he goes like, but we sell food here. And I said, I know, like it's still protected under law. And I pulled out my law card and I gave it to him, and he like snatched it from me, and he looked at it and he looked back at me and like sighed, and then he like put on his reading glasses and like was reading it, and he just gave it back and didn't say anything. But then he was like slamming down my things, so as he was ringing them up, so I could tell he was annoyed with me. So I think that's one of the highest like access issues I've had. What age did Wes move on to medical tasks? I believe I started teaching him DPT at around 4 to 5 months, and then at like 6 months, and at 6 months we started scent training. I think I also started like shaking interruptions at 5 months, and then like when he got that I went to like scratching, crying, stuff like that. Weren't really on board in the beginning with Vet a Service Dog because again, like they're not dog people. But after having like my doctors talk to them about it, and after they did research, they obviously got on board, which I'm very grateful for. What did Wes have the hardest time with behavior-wise? The hardest thing we struggle with is that he is a more timid dog, so anything that's new, like, we have to train around it, which is just a little, like, it just takes a little extra work on my part, because, like, if something unexpected comes through, like, I don't know, like, in CVS a couple days ago, there was, like, whatever they're called, they're like auto mechanic, whatever, but it was like a robot Santa, and Wes was unsure of it, so like I had to let him like go up and like sniff it and like reward it. Ways I tire out Wes when I have no energy. Luckily my school has a lot of like open fields, so I honestly just take him outside and I stand there and he runs, or like I use a chuck it launcher to throw a ball. Wesley's diet, so he's actually on Purina, the Pro plan. He's on, I believe it's Performance. It's the lamb, it's like the shredded lamb and like rice mix, and he really likes that. He's doing really well on it. He also gets a digestive supplement every dinner, and he also gets a spoonful of raw pumpkin. My favorite trick that Wes does right now, it's definitely sit pretty, just because it took so long for him to do. Like, he didn't have the strength to do it. So that's my favorite. And I just taught him how to like kiss, which is just lick my face. But yeah. Would I ever get a Bernese Mountain Dog for a prospect? Honestly, I don't know much about the breed. to really answer that, but I would say that I do really like Bernese Mountain Dogs. One of my friends has one of them. So yes, I can see myself having a Bernese Mountain Dog. I don't know if I will for Prospect, just because I'm not educated enough about the breed. What's my favorite activity to do with Wes when he's not working? I do really enjoy taking him to like parks, or like, especially at my school, like I love just taking him out and letting him run and like having fun with him and like fake chasing him and everything. I think that's really my favorite, because he gets so happy. What's your favorite part about having a service dog, and what's your least favorite part? My favorite part about having a service dog is that I'm never alone. Even like though I don't bring him to classes, he's always there in my room waiting for me. And I am very susceptible to feeling loneliness, and so having Wes definitely helps that a lot. And no, that's not a disability, that's not a task, but that's my favorite part. And also just like feeling safe, because I know that if I go anywhere and something happens, like he can take care of me, and that's really big for me. My least favorite part, honestly, is stressing about like him being perfect, and I'm kind of getting over that now. And I'll probably talk more about this because I got a question about like the service dog community on social media and like the negativity. But yeah, I just because like I'm a perfectionist, and so like obviously I want him to be perfect, but no dog is perfect. Favorite vest, and where is it from? Honestly, I really enjoyed all my vests. The current one we're using right now is our designer Doodle vest. I also really liked my vest from Patience and Love, which was custom made completely. And I have my, I think it's Collie Cuddles vest, and a Atomic Hound vest. I think that's all my vest. Yeah, but we like grew out of the first couple. How do you deal with other dogs when out with Wes working? So Wes is very like vest trained now, and I didn't do that purposely, but he is. So when he's like vested and like on a leash, he knows that he just has to ignore them. Sometimes I will take a different route just because I don't trust any other dogs, and if I can avoid an interaction with another dog, like I will, because I just one less thing to stress about. Did you take Wes to puppy school? He did do like an intro class at Petco, and I mainly did that for like socialization, because we don't have any other dogs that he could play with or meet. Yeah, that was before I brought him to like private trainers. What's the best tip you have for owner training a service dog? I would say take it slow. Not every dog's gonna be perfect. Actually, no dog is perfect, so scratch that. What are your favorite places to get new gear for Wes? Love you guys. Okay, so my favorite online store is honestly the Atomic Hound, and you guys probably know that we do model for her, but I actually knew Megan before she created the business. Like, we were friends before it even happened, and like I genuinely love her gear. I think it's extremely high quality. It all lasts, and especially because like Wes likes to hold his bandanas in his mouth sometimes, like as he's wearing it, so it all lasts. The vest was amazing. I really love her biothane leashes now too. We have one. But yeah, I wouldn't model for a company that I don't actually love, and I've definitely spent a fair amount of money on products that like we don't review. Like, I've spent a lot of money buying my own stuff from them. And get new gear, like gear specifically. Like I do really enjoy designer doodles, vests, and patience and love. So tips when grooming a golden doodle: watch my grooming videos, because I don't know, I really just watched a lot of YouTube videos. I'm not a professional, so I don't use a razor. I use shears, and my cousin is screaming, and I bring his nails to get Dremel because I'm not educated enough to use it and I don't want to hurt him. Does Wesley chew up destroyed toys? No, he doesn't. If a toy is already destroyed, like I know he took some of Percy's like toys with holes in them already, and so he pulled the stuffing out, but tennis balls he will like eat the fuzz off, but that's about it. What was your go-to breed for service work? Honestly, I was very uneducated about all the different breeds, so the top breeds for me I was choosing from was Golden Retriever, Lab, and Doodles, because I'm not the biggest fan of Poodles and German Shepherds. I know that German Shepherds like aren't the easiest to train for first-time trainers, and especially for psychiatric work. I was just trying to give myself the best odds. Where is a really good place and trusted to buy some leashes and other stuff? Our current leather leash is from Yup Collars on Etsy. Highly recommend. I love it so much. This isn't sponsored, I bought it. Actually, it was a gift from Claire. We bought each other leashes for our dog's birthdays, and my biothane one from the Atomic Hound is really amazing too. Someone asked, why does he never look happy when working? So, as I said earlier, he's vest trained, so he just knows that he's working and he's very serious. That's really it. He does enjoy working, it's just he knows he's working. I don't know. He's just really serious. Do you know if any of Wesley's siblings became service dogs? Actually, do not know. Finally, most memorable moment with Wes on your Disney trip. Honestly, the whole trip was just amazing, and it's all memorable. I would say I'm really proud of how he handled the moving walkways for the first time. It was his first time, and he just went, and he was a little timid like on the rides themselves, but he loaded up, he stayed down, he got right off, like he was still listening to me, and it was his first time like ever experiencing things like that. Yeah, and I think just the fact that I was mostly able to like handle Disney because I was taking breaks and I was having Wes like help me, and so I think that was just an incredible experience. So that's my Wesley question and answers. I hope I answered your question. I got a lot of questions. I tried to pick some that were like repeated a lot, but yeah, so thanks for watching.